Hey guys, Matt again here today. Welcome back to my channel. If you've made it this far, at least I know that you are slightly invested in the channel. I got a lot of positive comments in not a very long time between when I posted that first video, and it made me really want to do this one. So thank you again for all of you guys who went out there and commented and subscribed. You know, just left a like and watched the video. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so the video today is going to be an intro to myself. I'm going to tell you about who I am, where I'm from, all that type of thing. So that way you guys get to know a little bit more about me. I'm 18 years old. I live in Lubbock, Texas. I go to Texas Tech University, and I'm a computer engineering major. I'm a freshman at Texas Tech this year. Texas Tech is a really nice campus, and I think I have a video idea for how I'm going to show you guys what my campus looks like. But that'll come up later, so we'll do that maybe in a different video. But yeah, like I said, today's just an intro video, so things about me. I like music. I like to listen to a lot of music. I'm more of an indie pop type person, but I'll listen to a lot of anything. So like, I listen to all kinds of music, rap, country, indie pop is obviously my favorite, or like alternative is what it's also called. I mean, modern pop's okay. Sometimes they go off the cliff a bit, but it's fine. Let's see, what else do I like? Mainly I like artists really more than I like anything. So like I like Khalid. There's a group called Superfruit. They're also a YouTube channel. I can put their channel link in the description if you ever want to see their videos. They're really nice. I like Troye Sivan. He's also big. I don't know if you've not heard of him or not, but he's really good. I'll link his thing down in the description as well. I like Grayson Chance, specifically a song called Thrilla and Manila. It's a really, really good song, and I really enjoyed it when I found it. My Spotify does a lot of like the recommending for me now, so like I don't have to worry about finding too many things. Like there's Mr. Wives, which shows up on my Spotify a lot, and they're a really awesome band. But yeah, so there's that. What else? I play some video games. I used to play a lot more, but now that I'm in college, I wanted to pick up some hobbies and, you know, back off the games a little bit. So I played a lot of Destiny when I was in high school. That was like my game. I played a lot of it too. I was damn invested. I like Overwatch. Overwatch is really, really fun. I like the characters and like the design scheme. I play a lot of like Widowmaker and Genji, so, you know, more like DPS. But anyway, that's beside the point. What else do I like? I like Halo. Halo's always fun. I played a lot of Reach back in the day. That was like my go-to game back when I was like in middle school and my freshman year of high school, before they made Halo 4 and ruined my life. But anyway, Halo Reach was really fun, also made by Bungie, as well as Destiny, so kind of equates. My favorite type of food is Thai food. I really enjoy like Penang curry or like a spicy type food. Also, I just like the fried rice dishes they do. They do a lot of like fried rice dishes, which are really cool. They have like good egg rolls, rangoons, all that type of stuff. You know, like the general Thai food type things. They do something called a chicken satay. My favorite thing about Thai food is they do like a peanut sauce, and I love like peanuts. I like peanut butter and like the actual like peanuts themselves. That's like what I snack on. I'm from a military family. My dad's military. That's all I'm really gonna talk about there though, because my parents are kind of private people and they don't really like people talking about them too much. But that's all I'll say is he's military, and I've lived in a lot of cool places like Alaska, Hawaii, Virginia. I lived in Texas. When I was in Virginia, I lived like near DC, like 5 minutes south of DC, so that was really cool because then I just go to the city all the time and like go to the Smithsonian and stuff, which was really, really awesome. I also liked going to car shows and stuff. There's a lot of car shows in DC, and they have like classic cars like Ferraris and stuff, which is really, really cool. And I'm kind of a car guy, I guess. Like, I don't like know specifics about like a lot of cars. I know like there's several cars that I would love to drive. Like my dream car is a Porsche 911, but not like the new one, but like the old Roadster, like the coupe with like the old vinyl seats and or like the leather interior for like the upper end versions. But it's like an old sports car, and it's 2-door, 4-seat like car, and it's fast as shit, and it's really just something that would be awesome to drive. I currently drive a 2005 GT Mustang, 5-speed manual transmission. I love to drive my car. When I lived in Alaska, I learned to snowboard. I learned to surf while I was in Hawaii, but I don't get to do that one much anymore. So I like to go snowboarding. I haven't been in a while, but like I would like to go sometime this year. I probably will. If I do, I'll probably make a video of it, because I really, really like doing that type of thing. It's really fun. I also like to keep up on fashion trends. I kind of like to dress fashionably, I guess. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm a fashionable person, because like, that's kind of a slippery slope. Like, you get on it and people go, well, that's not really fashion or whatever, and so I don't jump into that. I just kind of like, you know, I just like keep up on like trends that I like. Like, for example, Connor Franchak, when he talks about all of his fashion trends, like the rolled up socks and not the rolled up socks, sorry, the rolled up pants with colored socks that match your shirt, or like how to use like really dressy shoes with like common day clothes, like spruce up an outfit, or you know, just using like color coordination between shoes and belts, or just making like normal clothes look fashionable. And I really, really enjoy that part of Connor Francis' content. So some other things I was thinking about yesterday after I made that video and edited it and then put it up was that I really, really want to do like a thing where on my Spotify every week I pick a new song that I really enjoy, or like something like that, so that people have something to like go and look to, or like whatever. And so this week I'm gonna say my song of the week is by Superfruit. They dropped a new album like a couple months ago, and it's really, really good. You should go check it out if you like indie type music. That's what I really enjoy. And they made a new album, and their album Future Friends, they have a part 1 and part 2, and they have a full album. And the full album has like a couple extra songs, so I would just pick up the full album. But it's all on Spotify for free. You go on there and just like listen to it. And my favorite song right now, like that I'm currently like in love with, is Goodbye from Lonely, which is a really interesting song. Like, it's all of their music has kind of like an old twist to it. Like, it all feels kind of like retro-ish, and it's not like super modern poppy. It's got like that element of like being kind of vintage, and they really play on that with like their outfits and stuff they wear in the and like the music videos. And they do really amazing shots. They're both from LA, so like they do like creative videos and stuff. They have their own YouTube channel too. I think I've talked about that before. But yeah, so that's my song of the week, is Goodbye from Lonely. And I'm gonna try and do one every week and kind of like give people songs to listen to. Maybe I'll make a playlist of them. And so that way I can just like have you guys follow my Spotify. My Spotify is the like THE_cloud_FF7. And none of it's caps, it's all just lowercase letters. But yeah, that's my Spotify playlist. I have a lot of like cool, interesting stuff on Spotify that I like to listen to. So if you ever follow me, you can just like watch what I listen to and give that a shot, so that's cool. Movies, oh, I love movies. I like to watch, like, I'm super invested in like certain franchises, but like I'll watch any movie once. My favorites are like either like action, like, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. For example, like I said, I'm a big fan of like franchises, so I like Star Wars or I like Star Trek, which are really cool. But I also like James Bond. I grew up on James Bond. My dad had all of like the original collection of James Bond, so we had like all of the Sean Connery movies and Roger Moore and Pierce Brosnan, and Daniel Craig came out. We don't talk about Timothy Dalton because Timothy Dalton sucked. He was the one that was in the 80s, and movies in the 80s were kind of bad, so like, I mean, it's not his fault that they made bad movies back then, but like, it is his fault for playing Bond the way he did. Like, it's terrible. So, that's my opinion. If you're gonna ask me to rank them, I mean, I guess I would rank them, I differ from most. Most people like Sean Connery is the most. I liked him, but my problem with him was he wasn't actually English. He was like Scottish, and that always like messed with the whole idea of him being like British. I like Pierce Brosnan as my first, then Sean Connery, then Roger Moore, and then Daniel Craig. And it's nothing to Daniel Craig. Like, Daniel Craig's a great Bond, and I love those movies. But sometimes I just like, I feel like the comedy and stuff in the old movies was there, like the comic relief, and now they're just like really serious. And the only time like they have any sort of jokes are like when he like drowns a car in the river and he'd turn it back in one piece and it like turns into a submarine or something. That type of thing. Oh, I love to be on YouTube, obviously. I like a lot of content on YouTube is stuff that I like to engage in. I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. I like React videos, but my specific like favorite type of reactors are either the adults, like the college kids adults, or the YouTubers on there. Cause like the YouTubers and stuff, they give you like a lot of insight into the actual industry. Like when they tell you about like a video that they saw and they're like, wow, this was like really well made, and I'm not seeing a lot of stuff like this on YouTube, and I like a lot of that type of stuff. I think I listed some of my favorite creators in the previous video, but in case I didn't, I'm gonna recap, and it's gonna be like Rooster Teeth. I really liked Red vs. Blue when it first came out. Like I said, I've been watching YouTube forever, so like it came out and I was watching it from like, because like I couldn't start right away because I was like little. But like when I was using YouTube, I started and I like binge watched the first couple seasons, and then I like kind of kept up with it, and then I lost touch with it like around season 9 or 10, which was like way down the line. But I liked that for a while, and then I switched over to like watching like vloggers like Tyler Oakley and Connor Franta, and even some of Troye Sivan's stuff. Troy doesn't post a lot of stuff though, so like I can't really say that I like his vlogging because like I like his Vivo stuff more. But either way, like he's got cool stuff on there. I like a lot of classic rock artists, like the Eagles are like my favorite one, but I also like Pat Benatar, kind of a lesser known one, or like Foreigner, and those are kind of like my go-tos. I really like all of those artists. The Eagles I've just liked forever. I have their best hits in my car, but I really enjoy sitting down and like listening to their songs after like a long day. My favorite song by the Eagles is Desperado. I just feel like that's like an iconic song by them, and it's kind of lame to like say Desperado, but to me it's an interesting song because like he's talking about how like you can't trust certain people because the Queen of Diamonds, who's like wanting materialistic things, is always going to rob you blind and beat you when she's able. The Queen of Hearts, or the one that wants love, is always your best bet type of thing, which is really nice. And so yeah, I like classic rock. Like I said, I like indie pop, I like all other types of music. So I grew up in, like I said, in a military family, so I moved around a lot. But I call DC my home. DC, or like North Virginia, like McLean, is like my home to me, because I really enjoyed like the people and stuff there. And so like that's where I graduated high school. I went to McLean High School in Virginia, where you know it's number 55 in the nation for public schools, which is okay. I liked it there. Teachers there are really nice, and the other thing that was like really nice about that school was that they had a lot of wealth in that area because we're really close to the capital, so a lot of people who were like rich politicians live in our area and they donate money to our school and stuff. And so our school had a lot of money, and you'd think they would use that money to like rebuild the school, because the school at this point is got somewhere near like 2,500 students and not enough space for those students, because each class has like 35 students in it, and the classrooms only have about 30 desks, so you know you have to have 5 more extra desks somewhere, and the hallways get crowded and stuff. And so hopefully eventually they'll use some of that money to rebuild the school and like expand it, so like that way the students there can walk through the hallways freely instead of having to push their way past a crowd of people like I did. In high school I did a sport. Many people do sports in high school. Mine is kind of off-brand. I do crew, or Olympic rowing, like the one that you see on TV with the 9 people in the boat and they all row and they have like one oar, and there's the one guy who yells at them all, who's called the coxswain. I did that. I really enjoyed that when I was in high school. I did it for about 2 years. I moved to Virginia my sophomore year, so I did my sophomore and my junior year, and then I didn't do it my senior year because I didn't like the mentality of my home team, the one at McLean. A lot of people on the team were really self-centered, and I don't like that in people. I feel like people should want to do things for other people because they are nice people, and not because they're getting something out of it or something like that. I try to be nice to people. It's one of those things that like it's harder and harder to find people who are genuinely nice to people all the time. Even I have faults where sometimes I'll get into a bad mood and I'll, you know, say something mean to someone, or like I try not to. I really do. I kind of like hold my tongue and stuff, but sometimes it just slips out. I mean, it happens for everyone. But yeah, so I did crew in high school. It was a pretty fun sport, to be honest. I really enjoyed getting out there and just getting on the river and rowing and seeing the people and the perspective. I actually ended up on a bunch of people's camera rolls because like people visit DC, our nation's capital. Of course, they have visitors from all over the world, and they get on these river boats and they go up and down the river that we row on, the Potomac. And so I have like countless, I can't even count the number of times that we've been rowing down the river and you just hear of like people taking pictures of you while you're rowing, and you're like, I'm some random person that you don't know, and yet you're taking a picture of me on your camera. That's weird. Well, not weird, I guess, but like, I would like to know how those pictures came out so that I can have some if like they turned out alright, because like, what if I looked really good in those pictures? I would like, so, if you are watching my content, you took pictures of me on the Potomac River in like 2016 or 2015, I want those pictures. Continuing on, so yeah, I did that for a while. I got a medal or two while rowing. I got a couple medals, I got 4 medals I think, but my favorite one has a great story that goes with it, is my summer program. I did a lot of programs as well, not just like my home team, but like my home team kind of ruined it for me, because like those are the people that you spend the most of your time with. You spend like winter and spring with them, whereas the other 2 teams you spend summer and then fall, and you can either spend it with one team or you can spend it with 2 separate teams. And my year was really like nice. When I did crew for my first year, I went and I did summer program, and we went to nationals. I got a 2nd place medal at nationals. We lost by like the fraction of a second, like that much distance, quite literally. I'm pretty sure in the tape it's maybe that far apart, but that's like a stretch as far as like how we finished. And kind of brings up a sore spot, because like we really thought we had that, and we almost did. But they just sprinted harder than we did at the end, and they took the victory. And so, as much as I really wanted to have won that race at the time, looking back on it, I'm glad it turned out the way it did. As much as I wanted to have said I'd gotten a gold medal at nationals from the category that we were in, the J16 category, I would just as much like to say that I spent a vast amount of time with people that I enjoyed and doing something that we all enjoyed, and having fun while doing it. Like we told jokes, and we did this thing where like we'd show up to the starting line all weird looking, like our hairs were all matted, and we'd like laugh about jokes, and then they would say ready, attention, and everybody would sit like Terminator style at the front of the catch, and it just scared people. People like got nervous when you did that type of thing, because they think you're like bipolar, because you're sitting at the front laughing about something, and the next second you're sitting there all serious like you're about to murder someone. But yeah, so that was my crew experience. I really enjoyed that. Maybe I'll do a video on just like my crew experience one day, because I have like a lot of stories about that which are really cool. Some of them not so much cool, but like some of them are interesting. Now that I've moved to Texas, like I said, I've moved away from the majority of my friends. And moving here, I met a couple new ones. One of my friends, her name is Hannah, and she is probably the most social person I've ever met in my entire life. She's more social than I am, and I'm one of those people that's not scared to talk to strangers, but she's really not scared to talk to strangers. Like we'll be in a line for like a meal or whatever, and she'll do this thing where she like just starts talking to the people behind you, and you're like, what are you doing? And she like turns around, and she's just like having a nice day. And I feel like that on a certain level like really messes with the people who are like in such a serious mood all the time, and I really like it. It's actually like a cool strategy to talk about, because like she really enjoys like making people happy and like smiling and talking, and so like she'll turn around and just start a conversation and like make you feel good about yourself. She'll go through and she'll talk about like how your day went, or what type of classes you're taking, or where you're from. I guess next interesting thing about me is I do a weird diet, I guess. I do something called 2-meal day, which is where like you either eat breakfast and lunch, or lunch and dinner, and after that you basically don't eat for 16 hours. And it's really interesting because like a lot of people say fasting is bad for you or whatever, but if you go to this guy's channel, it's called 2-meal day. He's like a British guy. He talks about like the science behind it, and it's actually not bad for you at all to fast, because what it does is it puts your body into a state of mind of like needing to consume your body fat instead of just eating something for energy. And so you don't get as much body fat when you're doing this fasting, because like it's burning body fat to give you energy throughout the day, and then you don't need caffeine, which is why I don't drink as much coffee as I used to. I used to drink a lot of coffee. Now I drink more tea. It's kind of soothing. It's got like an herbal taste to it. Tastes good without sugar. That's the other thing I did. I cut out all my sugars. I hardly eat any sugar anymore. The only sugar I think I get anymore is from peanut butter or like milk. And even then, that stuff's in finite amounts. So all around, I try to cut out as much as I can on that front. But yeah, the 2 meal day thing is really nice because like you give energy all day, and then on top of that, it's just really easy to do. At this point, I don't even eat 2 a day. I eat like 1 meal, and it's like at 4 o'clock, and then that's it. And sometimes I'll have a snack maybe later that day, like at 8, to kind of like finish that up. But other than that, I don't eat anything because it's like once you start to get like less of a stomach, and then like here they give you a lot of food on your plate when you go into like the market or something like that. They make salads and you'll be like, oh, I want lettuce or like spinach, and they'll grab a whole bunch of spinach and just dump it in a bowl. And then by the time they get to the end, they have to like mix your salad up, and when they try and put it in the container they're giving it to you, they like put it in and then they try to shut the lid, and they're like smushing all of the components inside. And so it's kind of funny to watch them try and like put the salad in there. And then in order to charge you, they don't charge you by like what you put in it anymore. They charge you by how much it weighs, because like it's easier to charge you that way. And so they make such a big salad that like half the time I can't even eat the entire thing. I eat like half of it, put the rest in the fridge, because of just how large they actually are. But yeah, so they make great snacks for later or whatever, and it really helps with like the exercise and stuff. I try to go to the rec as much as I can. I'm gonna try and get more on that, because I really want to work on that. As far as like working on my mile time and things. But an average day at the rec is like 2 miles on the treadmill or 30 minutes on at a steady pace, and then go and lift. I think that's it for this video. Thank you so much for, sitting this long. It's a pretty long video, I know. So if you like this video, give it a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new here or you want to get new content updates. I try to post at least 3 videos a week, so we're gonna see how that goes. Yeah, leave a comment down below. Your comment should be artists that you want me to listen to on Spotify, because I'm always looking for new music to listen to, so hit me up. But yeah, besides that, thank you for watching. See ya.